This is a panoramic view of a vast agricultural field, presumably with crops ready for harvest given their golden brown color. The horizon is dominated by an expansive, mostly clear sky that offers a gradient from a light blue to a softer, almost white near the earth. Far in the distance there is a line of greenery, trees or shrubs, that demarcate the boundaries of this agricultural expanse. There is no visible equipment or people, just nature's canvas of cultivation stretching as far as the eye can see. The image captures the serene and unassuming beauty of farmland. In this panoramic vista, we're observing an expansive field of dry crops stretching towards the horizon under a vast, cloud-strewn sky. At the upper center of the image is text that appears to be in Korean, followed by the English words 20 times. A tranquil and rather monotonous scene, this could be a still from a film or a documentary, where the text likely indicates a passage of time or a segment title. In the foreground, a flock of industrious chickens clutters together, presumably in anticipation of a meal or the appearance of their human caretaker. Their feathers are auburn and white, a rustic palette against the earthen floor. And lo, the bearer of sustenance makes a grand entrance. Partially seen from the middle down, this guardian of poultry clutches a mysterious metal pail, a veritable cornucopia of potential delights for the feathered assembly. The person's attire is casual, blue denim jeans that hint at a life of practical labor, and sturdy boots that have surely traversed many a barnyard. In the mysterious background, another barnyard creature looms, a majestic bovine, probably pondering the nature of existence or merely ruminating its latest meal. The red barn stands as a steadfast sentinel, observing the scene, an emblem of rural life. The sky is overcast, suggesting a cool or temperate climate, adding a sense of tranquility to the image. What tales of the farmstead could these creatures tell if they but had the words? In the vast wilderness of the open field, we observe a juvenile human, clad in a garment of denim adorned with patchwork and a shirt of floral motif, grasping a metallic bucket, a tool for some crucial gathering activity, no doubt. One can't help but marvel at the steel structure in the background, a monolith standing in contrast to the natural landscape, likely a testament to human ingenuity. The sky, scattered with clouds, looms above, casting a dramatic backdrop for this scene of pastoral human endeavor. The image depicts a serene rural scene featuring an expansive view of a field glowing under the sunlight. A sturdy wooden fence runs along the bottom of the frame, acting as a boundary between us and the field. Above, the sky is partly cloudy with fluffy cumulus clouds scattered across, suggesting a day where the sun and clouds play a game of hide-and-seek. In the distance, utility poles stand tall in silhouette against the horizon, hinting at human presence in this bucolic landscape. Far back, there are structures that could be farmhouses or barns, adding to the rustic charm of the scene. The use of lighting and perspective in the photograph suggests a tranquil moment in the countryside. Here we observe a scene of two humans in a rural, possibly arid environment. The landscape is dominated by a clear sky with clouds scattered at the horizon, suggesting the openness of the terrain. One human is standing, engaged in an activity that involves a wooden structure resembling a fence or a gate, while the other person is walking in the foreground, clad in everyday attire that includes a jacket and jeans. The setting includes a rustic building on stilts, suggesting a farm-like or agricultural setting. The characters appear to be engaged in daily life activities on what could be a farm or ranch outpost, with an air of quiet isolation that pervades the scene. This image appears to capture two individuals amidst a chaotic environment, filled with dust or smoke and a flurry of what might be debris or leaves caught in the turmoil. The person on the left looks younger and is wearing a striped top, while the one on the right is clad in what seems to be a denim shirt. Both are engaged in a dynamic activity, possibly running or bracing against a force, with expressions of concern or focus suggesting urgency and haste in their actions. They are partially illuminated by natural light, which could be streaming through a dust-filled atmosphere, adding to the dramatic tension of the scene. This is a low-resolution image featuring two individuals standing in a dimly lit environment. The person on the left appears to be peering out from partial concealment, while the person on the right has an expression of surprise or shock, mouth open as if exclaiming or gasping. It seems that they are in a dark, enclosed space, possibly a room with minimal lighting. There is an element of suspense or tension in the scene, suggestive of a dramatic or pivotal moment. In this image, we observe two young humans, a girl and a boy, seemingly captivated by a moment of intense excitement or perhaps alarm. The girl on the left is brandishing what appears to be a broomstick as though it were a mighty sword, mouth agape in perhaps a battle cry. Her companion on the right shares in the moment, his own mouth wide open in a similar expression. They are standing in a dimly lit environment with a background that suggests a torrent of sparks or perhaps mystical energy cascading down like a shimmering waterfall. It's a snapshot of childhood adventure and animated enthusiasm. The image displays a small, spiny lizard basking in speckled sunlight on what appears to be a wooden deck, with slats that create parallel lines across the frame. The shadows of unseen overhead objects cast an array of angular patterns, contrasting with the organic shape of the lizard. The reptile's scales have different shades, suggesting that it is a creature adept at blending into its environment. Here we observe a young human in its natural habitat, grappling with one of the great challenges of the indoor wilderness, a mysterious box. Look at the focus, the determination, the slightly bent knees preparing for the lift. This moment is monumental, the split second before the great heave, or perhaps an enlightening discovery. Will the contents of the box change the course of this human's day? Only time will tell in this thrilling episode of Homo sapiens inside the den.